Hello and welcome to Millwall Fan TV. This is your pre-match prediction for Millwall's trip to the KCOM Stadium on Saturday and in need of a really desperate win to keep our faint playoff hopes alive. So before we start the video, please hit the subscribe button, and if you could like the video as well, that would be fantastic. Let's get straight into the video. It's going to be a tough game, you know. It's always a tough game against these teams, against these lower teams, and we saw that against Middlesbrough on Wednesday. But we've got a great record at the moment away. Five clean sheets in the last 6 away games, which is a cracking record for a Millwall team under Gary Rowett. A really good record so far, and it'd be nice to continue that record on until the end of the season. We're great at keeping clean sheets away from home. We just need to add that slight bit of more firepower up front, as Rowett said. But let's get straight into talking about Hull's threat. So obviously Hull got rid of Jared Bowen and Kamil Grzycki. Well, not got rid of, they sold them. So their threat is a little bit more limited now. But the two players that I'm going to say are going to stand out the most. The first one is Malik Wilks, a very good player. He's quick, he's agile, and he came from Barnsley on loan. He's now made that permanent. Tricky winger, and one that, you know, our wing-back's going to have to watch out for. The other player that we're looking out for is big Tom Eaves in the box. Not as big as Smith, but he's a good player, and you put it on his head and he will find the net. So we need to make sure that, you know, Hutch, Piercy and Cooper are really keeping an eye on him. But yeah, that's it with Hull. You know, obviously Hull sit in 22nd. One place above Charlton Athletic, and they do sit in the bottom 3 as we're saying it. So yeah, that's a big one for them to be trying to get out of the bottom 3, and we need to make sure we win and keep our faint playoff hopes alive. Only team news that I know about this game is obviously John Daddy's still out, Aiden's still out. I've heard Mason Bennett's touch and go for this game. And the only other two that were slightly worrying for me is apparently Murray Wallace and Marlon Romeo are both carrying knocks. So if they play on Saturday, they may possibly be a bit, you know, dodgy because of that. But before we get into the team, I want to say who I would start on Saturday. And there's one player individually I'd like to mention, and that player is Abdul Malik. I think he's a brilliant prospect for us. And do you know what? If we don't play him, I think he'll play out like an Eze, you know. He'll get bored and he'll go for first team football, and I think that's what's going to happen. And we need to play him. Rowett needs to show faith in him, and you know our strikers aren't firing at the moment. So there's no harm in giving it a go and playing Abdul Malik up top, and maybe playing Jed and Mahoney to the side of him. So yeah, I'd give Abdul Malik a go, especially with Bennett out as well. Definitely give him a go. And if Marlon's not fit, I'd give Billy Mitchell a go at right back as well. But we're going to go as if they're fit. But yeah, Abdul Malik, and that is why he's going to be in my predicted 11. And this is the team that I think Gary Rowett will start with on Saturday against Hull. So here it is. Bart in goal. I'm going to go with Hutchinson, Cooper and Pearce as the 3 in the back. The 3 at the back. We'll go Romeo and Murray Wallace as hopefully fit enough to start. And then we're going to go with, I am actually going to play Billy Mitchell, but I'm going to play him next to Ryan Woods, I think. Yes, Ryan Woods. So Billy Mitchell and Ryan Woods in the midfield. And up top, I'm going to play Jed, Abdul Malik, and Conor Mahoney. So obviously an interesting lineup, and it's one that many people probably will disagree with in terms of Abdul Malik playing. But I think in them games, them under-18 games, I just felt he looked so good. And I know it's a big step up, but, you know, he plays for the England team now, England under-18s, and I think, you know, he's very close to a call-up for the England 21s, and I think we're lacking that pace. We're lacking that pace that we so desperately need. And he might be able to give us that with that slight balls in behind. And, you know, and therefore that's why you do play Ryan Woods. Obviously, Jason Malumbi hasn't been playing recently, and I wouldn't play him here because I think we need to rest him for our home game against Blackburn. You know, do you rest him, do you not? I would, because I think you've got to give Billy Mitchell a go. You know, he's one of our own, and we've got to give him a go, because how do you know if he's good enough if you don't give him a go? He looked very good against Charlton at the Valley. And therefore, I think we've got to give them a go, you know. If we win this game and we're back in it, then play Malumbi again. But for the time being, I think you've got to give your youngsters a go. They can't do any worse than the players played on Wednesday against Borough. I thought they were poor. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. And here's your score prediction. I'll give you a score prediction while we're here. I'm going to go for, just because we've been really, really good on the road and I feel so much more confident on the road than at the Den at the moment, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Millwall win, another clean sheet, and I'm going to go for 1-0 win, and I'm going to go with Mahoney to score the goal. Come on, you Lions.